Total. Yes, Honorable, welcome from comforting the family, and what can you share about the late?
Yeah, thank you. It's a really tough day. It's a tough day for the family of Mr. Parelia and us friends who know what Rajiv meant to this country, not just to the Parelia family but to the country. Very loyal to his friends, full of life. He had a very big heart, very philanthropic. He's been helping very many young people, especially with education. And as you can see, the whole country has been mourning him. But the Parelia family have made a very big contribution to this country. And this is the country they call home. I know they love this country much more than very many people. So it's very important that as friends and as a government, we mourn with him. I know His Excellency the President has spoken to him and has extended condolences from government. But I had to come here myself because Mr. Sudir and his wife Justina and the children have been there for me on very many occasions, coming home up to our country for family functions, and the humility they exhibit is a really humbling gesture that shows how kind they are, and we should also be kind to them as a country.
Honorable, okay.
It's the scene of the accident is a very unfortunate incident, because the chairperson of that LC1, because I stay nearby, I just stay a few meters from that place, had already booked an appointment to meet me to complain, because very many people, in fact he was saying that near on a weekly basis someone dies around that same spot. So now the question is we should be asking ourselves, why should it take that long for a contractor to finish such a road project? And why should we have such a barriers in the middle of the road without a warning? Because a person like Rajiv has been staying away in London these days. He didn't know that in fact all those barriers still exist. Otherwise, I know he loved speed, but he was one of the most careful drivers despite loving speed. So we had another high-profile person who nearly died there I think last week, who explained to me what they went through. So I think road safety is something we must look at as a government. Construction sites, we ensure that contractors whom we put on these roads follow the standards that are required of them in terms of safety, not only for their workers but also for the public that still uses roads that are under construction.
Yeah, just before Uganda, Honorable, last year there was a meeting between the presiding officer, that was the Speaker, and security officials, plus the Minister of Works, about road safety. What were the resolutions and how did you follow up with this?
Yeah, most importantly, we were, of course, Parliament, we did the biggest part of what we were supposed to do by passing the new Road Safety Act, and all the requirements that are supposed to be implemented under the law were put in place to make sure that Ugandans are safe in the roads. But these construction sites are something which we had not looked at deeply. And I think we shall be engaging with the Minister responsible for works to see, to explain to the country the measures they are putting in place to ensure that people still find it safe to use roads under construction. Now, someone might say it's because someone big has died, someone from a big family. No, I think every life matters. Every life matters. If Rajiv's life can be used as a sacrifice to save other lives, we must do it. We must not fear asking the difficult questions, because someone is going to say, you are doing this because it's a big person's son who has died here. No, we must ensure that we don't get any more Rajivs dying, any more people dying because of us failing to adhere to safety standards on our roads. It's not a matter of blame, but in the morning, I drove myself to that side. I passed there. There is no way you can have such a long stretch, on an expressway where people are allowed to drive 100 plus. Very long stretch. And then boom, it's a barrier without any warning. It might be Rajiv, next might be my convoy that we ram into it. So it is something which we have to look into, and we shouldn't waste any more time. This is a wake-up call to any one of us that we must handle this issue fair and square.
Okay.
Honorable Uganda.
Kitaronyo kungubaga ne family y'omwami n'omukyala Rupareria olw'okufiirwa mutabani waabwe Rajiv Rupareria. Rajiv tabadde mutabani wa Sudir yekka. Rajiv abadde omwana w'eggwanga lyonna, kubanga nze mumanyi nnyo mu gurupu zaffe ez'ekivubuka y'omuntu omu abadde very loyal to friends, nga mikwano gye weeri wonna, ate ng'alina emikwano kuvako oyo asindika ekigaali kutuukira ddala ku muntu omunene, oba mu bizinesi oba mu politics oba ki. Abadde muntu w'abantu nnyo, n'abadde nga ntuma mu messages ze yabadde nga tunyumyamu, ng'olaba byabuuza oluusi ng'alumiriddwa ebintu ebimu, nga bw'alaba ku kintu ekimuluma nga Munnayuganda nga Munansi, ng'akusindikira message ng'agamba right honorable akozesa position yo ku kino, naye ng'alumiriddwa nnyo omuntu wa bulijjo. N'abadde nga ndaba ne messages ezivudde abantu wonna nga kababe mu byabufuzi, kababe mu bayimbi, kababe mu batakisi, kababe mu basuubuzi abanene, basuubuzi abatini, abaana b'essomero, bonna nga bagamba kiki Rajiv kyabadde ng'abayamba. So tulumiriddwa nnyo, ntuuse okusaasirwa kwaffe ku Rajiv. Nkimanyi ku famire ya Rajiv, nkimanyi pulezidenti yakubidde mwami Sudir. Mbadde ate kimpaddemu edembe bwenjogedde ne Mr. Sudir n'omukyala Josina n'abaana abawala be, nga ndaba bali strong, kino bakikiriza nti kituuseeko, naye tulina kubasabira, kubanga ku ssaawa eno kino kibatuuseeko kiyinza kutuuka ku muntu yenna. Ekintu ekyakye tulina kutunulamu nga gavumenti kiri ku zino construction sites z'enguudo abantu ze baba nga bakyakozesa, nga tuteekako tutya safety measure kulaba nti Bannayuganda tebafa sitayiro eno gye bafuddemu. Kubanga kati bw'olaba oluguudo nga awo waafiiridde akumpi n'ewange, so manyiyo oluusi osanga nga bablokinze, era n'osanga nga teziriyo. Tomanyi ddi bwe bablokinga, tomanyi ddi bwe bawupedde. Kirabika contractor ng'abeera bwazuukuka n'agamba kuno kangende nteekeko kibloka, ateekako. Bwazuukuka n'agamba kangende nkiggyeko, akiggyako. Nga teri any warning. Naye eno expressway olaba stretch eyo nene nnyo, ng'ojja speed y'amaanyi nga teri warning. Rajiv ennaku zino abadde tabeeramu, yakomawo I think ku Wednesday, nga tamanyi oba bateeseko oba tebateeseko, kubanga I think a few days ago nayitawo nga teri bibloka. Nendaba nga waliwo ebibloka. so ate ng'omanyi abantu abo bavuga speed mungi express webeera ya speed at least 100 kilometers per hour abantu nga bavuga. So kati tulina kuraba nti wonna bwe tubeera nga tuteekako ebyo ffe nga tuteeseko controls tulina kuba nga tuteerako abantu warnings ng'otegeere nti at least mu around 200 or 300 meters before oteekeko warning vuga ku 30 kilometers per hour kubanga eri waliyo blockades zebateese. So ebyo tulina kubitunulamu nga gavumenti kubanga ffe nga parliament etteeka twaliisaawo eri ensuring safety ku nguudo. Kati tulina kukoregana ne gavumenti tulabe nga bwe tuteeka mu nkola netutafiirwa abantu abalala. Chairman w'ekitundu ekyo abadde nga yakasaba appointment ewange kubanga assistant wange yangambye abadde nga agezaako kumufixingira appointment ng'agamba nti kumpi buli week wafiirawo omuntu, kumpi buli week wafiirawo omuntu, naye nga lwaki ate nga baripotinga omuntu afa baripotinga. So naye ekyongera kugenda maaso ng'ekiringa n'omu bino bintu bye tulina kutunulamu tulabe nti tebibeera nomo. Si kugamba nti kubanga mutabani wa Sudir omunene omanyi Uganda oluusi kati omunene afudde bagenda kora no. Okay, Rajiv bw'abanga sacrificinze life ye kusavinga abalala tulina kukikola ne tusavinga ki abantu abalala. Naye eno tujja kuddamu mu parliament looza twogeremu ne Minisita Katumba Wamala tulabe batunyonyole safety measures ki ze bateeka ku nguudo abantu ze bakyaba nga bakozesa naye nga bacontractor bwe bali. Contractor alina kukola ki? So that some of these contractors tuba holding responsible. Tulabe bw'oba nga tonateekako eno blockade olina kuwoninga abantu, olina kuteekako signs. Bwe kitabeera bwe kityo ffena tujja kufiirawo nga tetukitegedde. Mwebale.